Yeah. He definitely got down like that. He was one of the wildest niggas, man. Nigga fuck a bitch in a skirt. That's the nigga. Damn, that nigga got glitter on his chest plate, nigga. What the hell? Go, go. Rick James, you got to go, man. You should have been hit with the shell.
These are the 20 craziest moments in NBA.
People run the music.
Chronic Raw mix. No me kill
I need to learn how to do that dance they did in the fucking beginning of that shit. Scoop on me lock.
Nigga, you gotta smoke the wickedest grab, or you gotta hang out with Tim. You'll bust
Oh shit.
You'll bust that move naturally.
That nigga will turn me into a skilly bang.
Man, that nigga
Smoking
make sure
them
the shit ain't green when he twisted up.
Bomba Clyde. Ah. Gas TV, we are here. We got a special guest for you too. Scoop on McLaughlin. Wak. Chuck you. Beep, beep. Boom, beep, beep. Shout. Do me one favor. Can you see both of the chairs in the iPad?
Yeah, ball to ball.
That's good.
Now this piece of your arm is out.
That's cool as long as my face is in
I
there.
think. Hold on, let me see. Lean back.
So go back a little more.
No, I'm just saying like your head top. Like your head top is at the top.
Alright. Well, as long I have two going. So
I'm gonna sit in the same chair so you can see real quick. Nah, straight.
It's over there. Pick whichever one isn't too full.
Yeah, see on the other one,
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Check.
Yeah, like
Sit in that chair real quick. Alright. Are we both good in there?
Yeah. I was just saying, like, if you go higher, you'll be cutting your head off.
Okay.
So you don't want to be like, or something. You just want to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said lean back. Let me just make sure that if you lean back, you don't slice off your head top.
Grab me that other blunt over there too. Gas TV, we have a new piece and we have a piece that we are revisiting. And I don't normally revisit pieces, but the source that I got the piece from the first time, I don't think was reputable. So, this new source, highly reputable. So I decided to revisit. And boy, was I happy I did that. Yes, we have a special guest, as always.
Greetings from the Most High Gas TV guy.
Yes. So, in this blunt, we have watermelon gelato. Watermelon gelato, I actually Did a video on it. Go check it out. Good reviews as always, but I swear it's not the same. It's not the same piece. It's definitely not. What's that you smoking on?
This might be a apple gelato, but I can't tell because I'm high a little bit.
Yes. Yo, listen, man. Tonight or to this morning, we brought y'all some good ass gelatos. Like, shoot, I just went into my phone and apparently there is a lawsuit between Cookies and Runts. That's because old niggas been smoking for the past 5 years is Runts and Gelato. I prefer Gelato over Runts. All day, any day.
Now, it's coming live from the dinosaur's corner. I would say that I wish that they would have kept going in the right direction when they had the Skittles and then the Zittles. If they would have just hybrided and enhanced those, I like those pieces. When those pieces came out, the Skittles, I used to like smelling the Skittles, rolling the Skittles, and smoking the Skittles. That means you like it. I like everything about the Skittles. When the Zittles came out, I was like, yeah, it was sweet. It's like a sweet gas. But of course, you know, like I always say, 1,000 strands later.
See, I know what happened.
What is gas? That's why we have gas TV.
I slightly have some input on that whole situation. The Skittles, right? Fucking Skittles is its own strain, just like Girl Scout cookie.
Aha.
So it goes crazy. Niggas could get Skittle seeds anywhere. Once they started trying to move away from gelato and get on some Runt shit, I think the Skittles went to Zittles. Like they came out with the Z-Turk.
Yeah.
Z-Turk, whatever the Z-Turk is,
Yeah.
where they took everything that had an S on it and put a Z on it. I think that's heavy Runts whipping, you know, so they whipping everything with Runts and putting the Z at the end of everything. But I still think nothing hits like gelato. And what they tried to do with turning everything to Runts is, instead of saying, ooh, this is that gas, niggas is saying this is that candy. That's what they're going for. They want the blunt to taste like candy and not choke you out and shit like that. And
I don't even remember the Gushers like that, but by the time Gushers came out, I wasn't even jacking all of the candy by then. I'm like, okay, they just doing all the candies now. I'd rather smoke a blunt and then go to the store and get me some Gushers. I fucks with candy.
Word, but yeah, they tried to make everything sweet smoke, and I don't particularly. That's why we roll our shit in a Fonto sometime, because I don't want all that sweet. But this is a nice piece. It's gelato, man. It just sometimes it's good to smoke something that's gonna punch your chest.
Do you smoke for taste? Do you smoke for high? Do you smoke because you don't want to smoke too many blunts? Do you want to get smoked out? I mean, these are all different characteristics of the smoker, you know what I'm saying? You got the guy that wants to sedate himself and then function. You got the people that cannot sedate themselves and function. You got the people who, you know, they actually change when they smoke. You know, smoking doesn't change me one bit.
Niggas who smoke themselves drunk. Oh man.
I think that people should start making their own grabber. I'm just putting it out there. Before you go to the doctor one day and they telling you got little shit crawling around in your lungs, because I putting the motherfucking Fonto on the floor and making them shits up for you. Be careful out here. Clean your tobacco products if you need to. Once it go in your lungs, it don't come back out.
Remember that Fonto I had? I had a Fonto that turned straight pneumonia. Not ammonia, that shit turned into pneumonia. I don't like, the bag was foggy. Shit was growing in there. The aroma was, nah, it was ammonia. I was just saying
Your
pneumonia.
Fonto should smell like a fresh pack of cigarettes. Same way a pack of cigarettes smell when you open it, they should smell like that at the least. If the bag back you up, if you go to smell a Fonto and it back you up,
Put it back.
put it back. That's not for you to smoke, buddy.
This weed right here is so pleasant, with a nice hit, a great taste. I really don't know what I gave it before, because it was probably maybe a year ago when I did the video. It's up. Just scroll down. You'll be able to find it.
That's the watermelon.
Mm-hmm. Does it taste watermelony? Not so much. It just tastes pleasant taste. It has an essence. It ain't like a strawberry ranch or something like that where the shit is tasting like strawberries. I don't like that.
Well, all watermelons are not sweet. So if you're looking for a sweet candy watermelon, that's different. That's sugar.
Uh-huh.
But I would agree with the pleasantness of the inhale.
Get that one about done.
Okay, so tasting high. Clearly, if I just keep steaming on this, I'm gonna be upstairs. That I can tell. This doesn't seem like one of those blunts you could just smoke and go back to what you were doing and do it the same, unless you get better when you smoke.
I don't always like to smoke the weed before I film it. But when I rolled this shit up last night, I was fucking smoking it, and then I put it out, right? Cause I had a blunt of some lesser quality herb already rolled up too. And this shit was so good, I put that down and I said, you know what? I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna smoke this other blunt. I hit the other blunt one time, almost puked on myself. I had to put that down and pick this back up. This shit's so good. I think the gelatos, if I'm wrong, let me know. A good gelato is gonna hit the chest and have a light little salt taste to it. When you get that little bit of slightly salt taste in the smoke, I think you really got you a good piece of gelato.
Yeah, there's some. You're not supposed to get tired or want to switch the weed. That's how you determine which weed is better or which weed you like more. You could like it more. Doesn't always have to be better. You got some people that crave over some weeds that I do not care for. And I got some stuff that I care for that some people don't care for so much. But to generalize all of this, you smoke a blunt, you see what it does, gas TV style, it works out.
I like to, and the one thing I always say, when y'all smoking this weed, you gotta be honest with yourself. Don't let a weed that tastes good psych you out thinking you high, you know, because that's what I run into. I run into plenty of weeds that taste pretty good, and now I end up smoking the whole eighth, and now I'm buying more weed. Whereas, there's some eighths I buy, and after 2 blunts,
See, the higher level out. If the weed is only but so good, you'll smoke up. The higher level out, then you'll just keep smoking. See, if that weed is fire, it's that gas, it'll keep getting you high, and then you'll be high as shit. You won't just be smoked out. A lot of the people who smoked out, they're not high as shit. There's a difference between being able to keep a straight face when you see somebody you know. It's hard for me to keep a straight face when I see people I know. I'm already there. I'm already, hey, yo.
Yo.
If I was smoked out, it would be more like, what's good, boy? What's good, boy?
Fuck you pop up from. Hey man, y'all know the routine. Tito and Primo. Alright. I'll find out what Tito and Primo is
Real soon.
real soon. Don't forget, make sure y'all clean y'all feet when y'all come in. Y'all like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what y'all smoking on. Y'all know the usual. But I'm putting the watermelon at an 8.5 right now. Especially after all the shit I've been smoking, it might be higher than that.
8.5 is very agreeable. I agree with an 8.5. It's not a 9. It's not an 8.
That's right.
I think that's the easiest way to say it. It's not a 9. It's not an 8.
8.5.
If I hadn't smoked in 3 weeks, I'd probably say a 10. But that's not the case.
Yo, what up, man? Drop a like, man. Let us know what you smoking. I got some good peoples, man. They even tell me what to go and get, man. Sometimes some people tell me to go get that trash, but then there's some people that definitely recommend that gas, and I appreciate y'all.
Smoked some good gumbo mid-August. It was actually like the old gumbos. I was shocked. The dude had a 7 of it, and he was like, "Yo, man, I got the gumbo," and I was like, "Ah, let me smell it." It was the gumbo. So that's still out there, still floating around. I can't tell you what borough it was in or what borough it was from. I can tell you the gumbo is still out. It's not dead. And I don't know if the prices are still what they used to be. So if you find some, grab it. It's still out.
I've always been a little torn with that weed, man. Mainly because I never really got to smoke it. Well, I would say I never got to smoke the real piece. But I'm sure it's out here somewhere.
It's out here.
There's a lot of controversy with that gumbo shit, man. Niggas be like, yo, if your shit don't say fly trap, it's not real. And it's like, I seen hundreds of gumbos without fly trap on it. And then as soon as niggas say that, all of a sudden, every gumbo I see fly trap on it now. So I'm like, niggas playing games.
Yeah.
Hey man, if y'all fuck with Gas TV will never steer you wrong, man. Y'all know what the top dogs are. I ain't even got to go into all of that.
What about the garlics? Have you smoked any of the garlics?
Oh yeah, garlic like a cookie or a Skittles. It's its own strain, so a lot of people was able to get their hands on it, and you know, not only California. So it's garlics. I had some shit called garlic cane. That was good.
A lot of those. I came across a few good garlic pieces also.
Where's the peanut butter? Niggas took the peanut butters off the market. I enjoyed the peanut butters.
They went in every direction and then it stopped. They took it in every direction.
Brunch, gelato, breath. They had peanut butter everything. Shoot, I remember we had peanut butter jelly. That shit was smooth. And I sit back, I think, was it smoking because of the level where the exotic was at that time?
That shit was good.
I mean, yeah, it was good, but would it be good compared to like this? I mean, because that's like saying, man, that haze we smoked back in the 90s was sure some gas. Would it really stand up against
Yeah,
the
a
shit
thousand
we
strands
smoking?
later. Yeah, a thousand strands later would it still hit? Uh, I think the original Girl Scout cookie could always come out and hit. I think the original Blue Dream could always come out and hit.
Blue Dream.
I think
Remember
like
that.
those certain pieces are always gonna come out and be a hit. Remember when we used to smoke the sour, and then we started smoking OG Kush, cause the OG Kush was like sour a little bit. Then I remember when it was a sour OG.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was good. I don't know if it would be as good now, a thousand strands later, but that shit was good. And some things just stop, I guess. You know, like a plain slice of pizza. You don't go from a plain slice of pizza and then now the store doesn't sell plain slices of pizza anymore. I think most pizza shops bestseller is the plain slice. So what's happened with the weed is like there's no more plain slices. You gotta choose from all these exotic slices.
I think one weed that'll probably stand up against all this shit a thousand strains later, I'll give it two. I'll say the haze, that shit we was getting from 145th and Broadway, because I think that was beyond drugs.
The darker haze,
The haze
or
that
the
looked,
green haze smelling haze.
some of them shits was light and dark in it. It looked like a plant. It wasn't when haze started turning into buds.
Okay,
It's when
because
this
that's
shit
what I was
was
talking
a
about.
plant, mad fuzzy, wild stink. That shit could probably still stand up. Because it had to be other drugs. They had to spray some cocaines on that shit or something because we was too high. The shit was too. Niggas could smell haze from down the block.
I would say it
And
was.
this is Brooklyn.
I would say it was too addictive because before haze came out, we was still smoking good, but it was addictive.
That means they put some shit on that
Haze
shit,
was
man.
definitely addictive. You know, after a while, I think that's around the time Blueberry was out.
Oh, shit.
Sour was getting ready to come out.
And my second one is them sours that used to sweat us and cough us out. I think they went on a full court press to stop making weed like that. That weed was getting niggas fired from their job. That shit was getting our apartment knocked on. Like, yo, can y'all calm down with the weed? It smells too much. So a lot was going on with that sour.
You had everybody walking around saying, "Got that dawa, got that dawa." Yo, I got that dawa.
That shit was different.
And then the fake sour came out. The sour that smelled like sour and smoked like air.
The fuckery. The fucking fuckery. Second on the list, we have L.A. Barbie. I asked, who the fuck was L.A. Barbie? Now we know he was a cocaine kingpin. So we're gonna see what this is smoking for. I know we're smelling like something. Cushman's, yes sir. I fucks with Cushman's. Pink rose too. Yeah, we just touched on the cookies and run split. But yeah, man, Cushman's is a weed that when I'm in the dispensaries, Vegas, Cali, wherever I'm at, I'm looking for Cushman's. Cause I ain't with all that buying a $70 eighth and I don't like the shit. When I'm in the dispensaries, I'm looking for specific shit. Gelatos and Kush Mix. I done been to Planet 13, let them bust my head for half ounces of trash. Where else I been? I done been to New Leaf. New Leaf is alright, but it ain't the cookie store. You know they got a cookie store out here? Well, not out here. It's in Lodi, New Jersey. Go see what's up with them boys one day.
It's more weed than chicken. It's more weed than water.
This I can tell you right now. It's good weed, but it ain't that watermelon. It's not that watermelon.
You guys ever put some weed in some water and you see the color coming off of it? What's the science behind that?
Nigga, they washing them shits in washing machines in purple Kool-Aid liquid and ice pop, so the buds ain't compromised. I seen it on the internet. Now, I could be wrong from what I seen, but I literally seen a nigga throw that shit in the solution with the, you know, it was a washing machine you pick up. And the shit was going like that. He had maybe 2 or 3 pounds in a purple solution, shaking it up.
Don't make the weed purple if it's not. Let the weed be purple. Don't tattoo the weed.
Please don't.
Don't tattoo the weed.
And that be the weed that'll get flooded into our local streets and neighborhoods. La Barbie. It's tasting kind of runcy to me. Sometimes when you can rip the blunt like that, it could be a good or bad thing. So you rip that shit, and then it just be.
That wasn't the best idea. I would encourage anybody else.
Oh, it's gonna hit you now.
It's all in here now.
That's why I said.
That's bringing the eyes to a water.
But you know what? When I smoke good runts, that's what certain shit do certain shit to me. When I hit that runts, it get up in here. When I smoke the gelatos and shit, it don't necessarily do that.
This is the weed that makes you think your eyes are wide open when they're not. And then when people tell you to open your eyes, you just lift your eyebrows up and you're like, I'm opening my eyes. I'm opening them. But it's really just your eyebrows going up.
Them shits is open.
That's always a good sign. That means you're stress free.
That's a Smugglers Club piece. They ain't Backpack ain't tattooed they brand on that one, but Smugglers Club and Top Tier did. And they always come with some good shit for the most part. Smugglers Club fuck with Big Al. A lot of them Big Al Crusher Gushers, shit like that.
I think La Barbie is stronger than the watermelon as a smoke. So let's say it's an alcohol situation. 80 proof is 80 proof.
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff is stronger than other stuff. Some stuff it doesn't taste good or going down. So I think that this is like, I feel like this is just a little stronger. But it's not the best time to think about it after you smoke a whole blunt of something else.
You have to. No, you have to. Every angle you can get from hitting this blunt, we need to hear, because I could be wrong.
So let me flip side it then.
You know?
Let's say, let me pretend that we smoked this first, and then I tasted the watermelon second. The first thing I would say is, oh, this watermelon tastes good. You know, so since we smoked that one first, the first thing I'm saying is, oh, I think this is a little stronger. So I think, you know, you might have a point. One might not be any better than the other one. They just might be different. Like I said with the 80 proof theory.
Like a gin and a cognac or
Yeah,
some
Belvedere is 80 proof. Hennessy is 80 proof. You won't catch me taking shots of Belvedere anywhere.
Oh, man.
Jameson is 80 proof. I feel like Jameson is stronger than both of those. But they're all 80 proof. So it's kind of similar when you're smoking. It might not be, it might be, and then you got people that swear by certain things. So if a Jameson drinker is going to say, oh no, that Hennessy is disgusting. And I don't even mess with like vodka or something like that, or shots of tequila. You got people that take shots of tequila. I don't take shots of tequila. Why? I feel like it's too strong.
I got a good one for this one. My cousin, y'all seen him on the show before. He says he don't like to smoke the exotic weed like that because it gives him a stinging effect. And when I smoke this, I could kind of get what he means by that. Like, is the weed supposed to do this? I mean, that's a silly question. Maybe this particular weed does that or has that effect, and certain niggas like that and go for that shit.
You mean in the sense of like you'll be more stuck?
Stinging meaning after you hit it, after it's in the lung. It's not like a hurting sting, but it's you could feel the sting like up here.
Like the density in the smoke. As far as like how you maybe the smoke is dense
or whatever.
Heavy smoke.
Whatever ingredient is in this shit is hitting the upper nostril, tickling that shit.
Spicy gas.
Yeah, this shit is spice.
Spicy gas.
This shit will tickle your nose. This must be what the niggas who sniff coke feel. Because it does get you high. LA Barbie. It's definitely got better as the blunt went on.
So how are we grading this one? We're gonna 8.5 it, or are we gonna 8.6?
Well, I was already at the 8.5 when the first time I hit it. And the way I grade, I don't go down. I only go up. So that's where it started. Both of these blunts kind of made me sweat. And this shit is stronger. I swear, I don't like this type of weeds, man. I'll be 100, man. This weed is probably like an 8.7 or some shit like that. But I will smoke that watermelon shit all day. I like that little piece of salt in the gelato.
I wonder what they taste like in the same spliff.
Yo, I had to start doing that, bro. All this fucking runts niggas got out. I be buying this weed and the shit don't be hitting. As soon as I let the powers combine, I'll mix two of them shits. Nigga, I'll be out. Mix a sure money with a fumi. It's over.
Yeah, I take the same grade on that. It's closer to 9 and it's past 8.5. Most definitely. About to sign off, G.
See, I'm glad you came because I would have probably gave this the same grade as the fucking Gelato if I didn't have nobody to make me understand. Cause I wouldn't have realized how strong the blunt was till maybe right about now.
And if you to face off, if you smoke the whole watermelon to the face, you could roll another one. If you smoke that whole blunt to the face non-stop, you'll be high. You might roll again, but you won't need to smoke. You might want to taste that watermelon again, and you might go back after it. I know that's how I am. I'll be like, yeah, I just want to, even if I don't smoke that whole blunt, I'll just want to taste it again. But this one, I might have to say, oh, you know what? Let me go run my errands for the day. Or let me check these emails in character, nice and animated.
Couch lock.
Mm-hmm. Stay animated. No stress, all management. Don't take the dumb shit too serious. Don't put the magnifying glass on the dumb shit.
That's an 8.8, man. It's an 8.8.
Gas TV.
Yes, brother. Till next time. Like, subscribe, comment. You stopped it right there? Oh. And the rest of that good shit.